Love them or hate them, the top soccer players will always be compensated with staggering sums of money. By succeeding at important competitions, such as the FIFA World Cup taking place in Qatar this year, they are able to showcase their talents and also increase their revenues. Lionel Messi, for instance, will reportedly earn an additional 20% on his already substantial pay if Argentina wins the Mundial in Qatar as a result of additional endorsements. But big money earners are not limited to active players. Legends and mediocre players from the past have made significant sums of money after retiring or even while playing the beautiful game we all love. Join us in our video today as we bring to you the top 10 richest soccer players of all time and their estimated net worth. Be sure to leave a comment, give the video a like, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting future sports videos. Andrés Iniesta made the decision to quit Barcelona and retire from professional football in 2018. He was ready to accept a wage reduction and move on, but instead, his pay rose. Iniesta, a midfield wizard who played alongside Xavi Hernandez, Lionel Messi, and Sergio Busquets, was one of the best players in the world during his prime. At the Camp Nou, the 5'7" midfield maestro won 4 Champions Leagues and 9 La Liga championships. He was a vital member of the Spain teams that won at Euro 2008 and Euro 2012, and scored the game-winning goal in the 2010 World Cup final. The Spaniard, who was 34 years old and nearing the end of his career, left one of the biggest clubs in the world to sign with Vissel Kobe. Now this might appear a bit unusual and maybe flat-out strange, but considering that the Japanese were willing to load Iniesta with a fat check of $30 million each year, it makes a little more sense. Wayne Rooney captained both Manchester United and England, and is widely regarded as one of Manchester United's and the Premier League's all-time greatest players. Rooney holds the record for most goals scored for both Manchester United and England's, scoring 253 goals in 559 games for Manchester United and 51 goals in 120 games for England. But at the age of 14, Rooney clearly wasn't enjoying football anymore, so he almost quit. He was becoming increasingly interested in boxing and pondered taking it up full-time. He'd have likely ended up with a few thousand in the bank and doing a normal job like most of us. But because he was such a talent, Everton worried. They were desperate to encourage Rooney to stay, but they realized the decision was out of their hands. Finally, thanks to Everton's youth team coach Colin Harvey, Rooney did not give up and now has a large property portfolio, huge sums from endorsement deals, and a net worth of $170 million. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is one of many world-class footballers who came from poor beginnings. The Swedish striker has a rough background, but as a testament to his fearlessness and resilience on the field, he considers his life experiences vital to his development as a player and a person. Zlatan has come a long way from those rough times as a child, when social authorities in Sweden forced him to live with his father after his mother was detained for dealing in stolen goods. Young Zlatan frequently went without food since his alcoholic father's refrigerator was empty. Fortunately for Ibrahimovic, his natural football ability allowed him to advance to better things, and his brash and cocky attitude made him a mark of his dream. This year, Zlatan established himself as one of the wealthiest soccer players in the world with a net worth of roughly $190 million. Of course, this handsome reward has been earned through his efforts on the field, and the legend is now considered one of Sweden's greatest players. Ibrahimovic, who currently represents AC Milan, is a player of the highest caliber, with physical attributes that have made him one of the most difficult strikers to date. And throughout his career, which has spanned 6 leagues, he has frustrated many of the best defenders he has faced. Ibrahimovic currently makes €3.5 million per year as a soccer player. In addition, he has multi-million-dollar endorsement deals with Nike, Microsoft Xbox, Nivea, Samsung, and Volvo. When PSG paid $261.5 million to bring Neymar Jr. to Paris, he became the most expensive player in history. Prior to moving to France, he was a major member of Barcelona's offense alongside Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. As one might anticipate, Neymar has a big income at PSG, earning roughly $42.5 million per year, or about $817,000 per week. Currently, Neymar is with his Brazilian national teammates in Qatar, hoping to help his nation grab the most prestigious sports trophy in what will undeniably cement his status as one of the world's best. Sponsorships abound as well, with the Brazilian signing deals with Puma, Red Bull, and others, where these sponsorships have been estimated to amount to approximately $25 million each year. Unless you're a die-hard English soccer fan, you probably never heard of Dave Whelan. Even if you are familiar with him, you may be startled to see his name on the list. Between 1956 and 1966, Whelan appeared in approximately 200 English Football League games and was an FA Cup runner-up with Blackburn Rovers in 1960. If you're curious about how much soccer players were paid back then, you should know that it was significantly less than what they are paid today. However, Whelan entered the corporate world successfully after retiring, and in 1995, he acquired Wigan Athletic Football Club as a result of this. The club gained promotion into the Premier League and won the FA Cup under his ownership in 2013. Nobody will be shocked to learn that David Beckham is one of the wealthiest soccer players in the world. You must have noticed the former England captain's numerous sponsorship if you haven't been living under a rock for the past few decades. Adidas, Pepsi, Konami, Hey Club, Samsung, Maserati, and Jaguar are just a few of the companies that Beckham has as sponsors. The actor, model, and businessman is so well known that some people might not even be aware that he was ever a football player. Sir Alex Ferguson once suggested that his celebrity status hurt his football career, but that's a bit harsh when you consider what David Beckham accomplished with Manchester United, Real Madrid, AC Milan, PSG, and the LA Galaxy. In 2002, when United offered him a contract worth £90,000 a week, Beckham became the highest paid player on the planet. Beckham was already making money in every aspect at that point, and has persisted up to present day. In addition, he founded the UK-based non-profit Malaria No More, and also serves as an ambassador for UNICEF. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the best footballers of all time and one of the world's richest athletes. However, at the age of 15, a tragic incident nearly prompted Ronaldo to retire from the game. As a teenager, Manchester United famously begged Alex Ferguson to sign the sporting winger after his spectacular performance against them in a friendly. Ronaldo was signed to a lucrative contract for £120,000 a week in 2007 after Ferguson, who had been listening to his players, lured him to Old Trafford. He was worth every single penny, which was also the case at Real Madrid, where Ronaldo received weekly pay of £365,000, an expensive contract at the time. However, considering the 450-goal return the Portuguese secured for the club, this was a good deal. Ronaldo owes a great deal to the doctor who operated on him when he was 15 years old. He was diagnosed with tachycardia as a child, which is an irregular heart rate of more than 500 beats per minute. He was nearly forced to retire from football, but successful heart surgery salvaged his career and future fortune. Today, Ronaldo's fortune is estimated to be worth more than $500 million, derived from football endorsement deals with companies such as Nike and Armani, as well as his own commercial endeavors. Lionel Messi currently plays for PSG, but he will always be identified with Barcelona. However, if another large European club had gotten their way, things could have played out quite differently. Messi joined Barcelona's academy in 2000 after the club agreed to pay for his growth hormone-deficient treatment. During his time at La Masia, the Argentine's potential was obvious to all. Barcelona fans were ecstatic to watch him play for the first team, and on his 18th birthday, Messi signed his first professional contract, which included a €150 million release clause. Despite this, Inter Milan were so keen to sign Messi that they invoked the clause and offered to triple his salary. Messi turned them down and stayed with Barcelona. He could have made more money at Inter at first, but Messi has been extremely well compensated by Barcelona throughout the years. His greatest contract was worth $168.5 million per year, but ever since his shocking move to Barcelona, the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner is reportedly being paid around $859,000 per week, and also pocketed a $29.5 million signing-on fee when moving to PSG. His net worth is now believed to be $600 million, thanks to multiple footballing contracts and commercial deals with Adidas, Pepsi, and MasterCard. Matthew Flamini had a very respectable, if not particularly outstanding, career in comparison to some of his teammates on this list. The no-nonsense midfielder likely made millions of pounds during his playing career while playing for some of Europe's greatest clubs, including Arsenal and Milan. Despite this, the former Arsenal player didn't make all of his money running for a ball on the field. Instead, he made his money through other shrewd professional endeavors. The former French midfielder fit the stereotype of a player who did the donkey work so that others may shine. On the field, he demonstrated tenacity, diligence, and intelligence. These same traits also enabled him to amass a fortune. In an effort to develop environmentally friendly substitutes for goods derived from oil, Flamini co-founded GF Biochemicals in 2008. The company has grown over the years and assisted the Frenchman in amassing a net worth of nearly $14 billion. If you've never heard of Vulgar, don't worry, you are not alone, because even if you are a soccer fan, you might not be familiar with the name. So how does he top a list that involves some of the world's greatest players in Ronaldo and Lionel Messi? Well, Vulgar has a net worth of $20 billion at the age of 23. Mind-blowing, right? But stay with us to find out just how this makes sense. Vulgar was born in Los Angeles in 1998. He spent time at the youth academies of Southampton, Chelsea, and Leicester, but all three teams released him. He also had a trial at Arsenal, but was not signed. Today, Vulgar plays for Chonburi in Thailand, which isn't exactly the richest football league in the world. So how did the midfielder become so wealthy? Vulgar is a member of the royal family of Brunei. His uncle is a well-known millionaire and the current sultan of a tiny oil-rich country with an estimated fortune of $30 billion. Fake Vulgar is the son of Brunei's prince and is estimated to be worth $20 billion. Thus, no one could accuse Vulgar of being in football solely for financial gain. He is a Bruneian international and has made 6 appearances for his nation, scoring once. He probably doesn't give his salary as much thought as some of the other athletes on this list, but with a net worth that size, he never has to worry about salaries. If you enjoyed this video, watch also the next video on your screen, which looks at the 10 biggest players missing from the 2022 Qatar World Cup. As always, don't forget to leave a comment, Go the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more exciting future videos.